Hey, what's up, guys? We are here one more time with our podcast, Journey Beyond Borders. And today I have the pleasure to speak with Eleana. She is a professional designer, but not only that, she is a upholster, something like that. She will explain in a few minutes. But the thing is, she works with famous people, famous objects, and things like that. So you're going to know a little bit about her life, her journey here in the US. And thank you once more for accepting our invitation. And it's a pleasure to have you here with us. So tell us a little bit about your journey, how you got here in the US, specifically in New York.
Thank you, sir. Well, I visited New York when I was 7 years old with my parents. And for some reason, the city, I don't know, it made an impression on me. The stay for the rest of my studies. And then after I graduated as an interior designer, I decided to come to New York. Yes, come to New York and explore and see all the wonderful things you can find, because in reality, this is the world in one city. That's the way I see it. So that's how I got here.
And then once you got here, you graduated over there, and it was just after graduation you come?
Yes, after a few months. What I did was I validated my degree here in the United States.
Oh, I see.
It took me like about a year or so. Mm-hmm. Then luckily I got a wonderful job in an art gallery in Soho at that time.
Wow.
And then things just came one after another, and I was able to open up my own business and start doing what I like the most. Which is interior design, antique restoration.
Look at that, the secret antique restoration. You don't find that many around the globe. And here is one of the specialists right here with us.
Thank you. And yes,
tell us about a little bit what you actually do. When people hear about antique designer, antique restoration, things like that, people might think, okay, you got something old and then you just put new stuff on the old stuff. Is that how it works?
No.
No, I cannot just buy some new color, new garment, new, I don't know, and then put in the old one?
No, it depends on really what would you like to do with your piece and how old is your piece.
So the piece must look old, just new.
The piece needs to keep their value.
I see.
It needs to keep their allure as an antique piece. We specialize in it's a new thing. Exactly. Nice. Not an old one. So what we do is we conserve, we restore, we reupholster. Now, of course, there is people that would like to have pieces just change their fabric, and that's it, which we do. And that's my part of as an interior designer. And I have a wonderful team with antique restorers, and I have amazing seamstresses. So what we do is just bring them back to life and keep them together for the longest time you can. When it comes to a real antique, we're talking about 200, 300 years old pieces, then we have to conserve, meaning keep together.
I can imagine those antique 200, 300 year old might be in museums right now.
Yes.
Right? Or, I don't know, some big billionaire houses that look like a museum themselves. So.
Blessed to be able to work with Christie's, with Sotheby's, and a few pieces of some museums to conserve the pieces. And it's very interesting. It's something that I loved and my people love. And it wasn't so easy to get there, but we made it. We are in business for about 21 years.
21 years. It's interesting. I went to her shop, and you look at some things over there, you think, oh my gosh, this is a piece of old stuff. And then you think, okay, yeah. And then you cut out garbage. What is this here? And then when you see after they do the special touch, beautiful. And some of these pieces, they it's almost $1 million sometimes, right? They really pay a lot of money for those things. Imagine the museum when they show to us like, okay, this belongs to the king, whatever, third dynasty, this and that, and those pieces over there. And then what if something breaks or whatever? They need someone to go and to fix it. That's the person right here. One of them, at least. So tell us about how you learn about this. I mean, okay, you are an interior designer.
Yes.
But then how you learn? I mean, did you?
My studies include art history and furniture history and how to conserve. And I do have, like I said, within my team, an amazing antique restorer who does and knows the techniques, how to conserve. Also, I think my grandfather made furniture for a living. So I think it got something to me. So that's how we started, and it's very nice to honor him.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think I would be proud of you.
I think so.
But so you're saying that some of the things, how does that work? Let's say you get an old chair, let's say.
Yes.
And then is antique, whatever. So the owner of the chair or the representative of that chair, the collector, right? They will come to you and they say, hey, listen, I need to sell this, but I need this to show that this doesn't have this big hole here or that, broken leg or that, or things like that. So can you put any piece? Can you put any garment? How does this usually provide you?
Yes, usually
pieces?
Chooses the fabric.
Okay. They choose the fabric.
Choose the fabric from their side. I do not do that part. I help with the interior design part. If it goes to a house, I make sure it complements their interiors.
Mm-hmm.
After that, they give us the pieces and we assess the piece, meaning if it's broken, like you saw, that looks like a piece of garbage all broken. So then we explain, okay, this is what we have to do. We have to put it back together. We have to add some of the antique inserts are horsehair.
Imagine this horse hair. Yeah, I saw one piece, looks like a little sofa type of thing. And that cushion that now you might see with cotton.
Yes. Yeah.
Back then was like
horse. It was horse. Hay. It was hay, cotton. Then we explain what we're going to use. And then the client decides what they want.
Wait a second. Can you just exchange that horse hair for something?
No, because it's a collector's piece, so we need to keep the integrity of the piece.
And you have to keep the integrity of the piece. That's good to know. Continue, I'm sorry.
That's okay. And then after the client decides what they want to do, we go ahead and restore it and reupholster it. Sometimes it takes 2 months, sometimes it takes 3 months, yes. Because we have to put it back together the way it was.
So it's like come in the morning, leave in the afternoon?
I wish, no.
Yeah, 3 months. You told me one time that you went to, or I don't know if you do this frequently, because seems like to me, one time you went to Italy, another time you went to Germany or something.
Travel sometimes to see some of the pieces that I certain museums, compare the colors, the techniques they use, appreciate what they have, and try to
see the original place where they used to be.
Exactly. To see the proportions where the pieces were before and try to keep that in mind when we restore the pieces.
Seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, but I like it.
It's fun then.
It is fun.
It's fun. Then
it is
work. It's fun. Good. So tell me a little bit more, like maybe which are some of your clients? I know you can list the names here, but at least a few companies.
Well, we work with.
You said Sotheby's, right? Sotheby's is like we call is a place where you go to.
It's an auction house. It's an auction house with antiques from all over the world, and they bring different. We do the part that has to do with furniture because they have everything. But we do the part with furniture. Also with Christie's, which is it's a big auction house. Toil also is a big auction house, and a lot of collectors. They buy these pieces and they have to keep them. They have to.
Sometimes they buy things, right?
Yes, they buy the pieces. They buy at the auction, and then you have to conserve them in order to enjoy them.
I don't know if it was you who told me, I think so, about one that the guy bought in the auction was kind of broke or whatever. And then you guys restored it, and then he sold like 3-4 times more.
Sometimes happen that they buy it the auction house, not the biggest one, but it's a small auction house, and they just sell the furniture. They don't know what they have. Mm-hmm. And once we have it and see exactly what it is, we return it back to life and they sell it for much more.
So are you able to look at some, let's say, some antique furniture or whatever? Are you able to appraise that or
can recognize the time, the materials, and pretty much give her an idea of the date. There is people that is more, sometimes you need someone more specialized than that, but I can recognize most of them.
I see. So you can say, okay, this is from that period, from that year, things like that.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay, tell me something now, maybe our young people that are here and are watching us, what could they do or where they would start if they want to be just like you, person that do those things? And because I can imagine when you go to a museum and you see something, it's beautiful, right? You see and you see the history, and that if that thing breaks, someone or whatever, things happen, maybe the ceiling fell down, the chair, and now it's broken. What are we going to do, right? So,
well, I think they have to make a decision what they would like to study first, to know the history of the furniture. And, in my case, and where I study in Ecuador, my education gave me everything at the same time. But also you can just start taking a course of whatever you like, one course at a time.
About that
a specific thing that you like. Yes, something that you like. Or, there's many universities that have now, you can go for art history and then specialize in furniture. You can go, it is not easy, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah, like
the way you talk is like you are enjoying doing this, huh?
I do, sir. I really do. I like it.
So, I imagine that you probably have some stories of people bringing some broken pieces, some interesting pieces that they probably don't even know the value of that. Can you share with us some of those?
So Christie's gave us a sofa, Louis XV, meaning 18th century, the beginning, original, to restore and reupholster. Mm. So to reupholster a piece, you have to remove every piece of fabric, every piece of insert, and get to what it will be the frame, the bones of the piece of furniture.
Which generally is wood?
Yes.
Most of it, right?
90%. Most of it is wood still. Yeah. So what we found at one of the pieces was the signature of the French carpenter who made the piece.
Wow.
It was his name and the date. It was 1760 something. And it was amazing to see. After that, right underneath, it was a signature of someone who reupholstery like in the 1970s. We all went very crazy because it was amazing to see. You could see. And it was very funny that the carpenter of the 17th century carpenter had a beautiful handwriting. And the one in the 1970s, you could see the difference of the handwriting. So what we did was I called, sent them the pictures. They were very happy and asked for permission. This was covered. Nobody will see it. So I asked for permission to add our name, the name of my company in the 2000 something. And we did. And that is still there. I don't know what happened to the piece. I know they auctioned it, but I don't know who took it, where it went.
I see.
But that was something very special. To see someone is 76 or something, yes. His signature of someone a few hundred years back, that did this piece, and we were able to see it and touch it. That really made our day, our week, our year. It was very special. That I think is a nice story.
Yeah, because if you think about it, your name now will be.
Yes, and in the future, if someone restore that piece, they will see my name. Yes, I like that.
That's interesting. I heard that you also sometimes you get people calling all over the world that they have some special pieces. And how do they do it? I mean, you fly that fix, or they fly the piece here to you for you to fix?
They fly the piece to us. I try not to take that responsibility because it's very delicate. They send it to our studio, and once I have it, then I contact them. And nowadays it's good with the FaceTime, and we assess the piece and we do the work.
Wow. And then you have to ship back to them.
Yes, they take care of that.
I see. Yeah, because if you think about it, that you're going to take like a month or two to fix the piece, you cannot just take 1 month or two and stay there.
No, I cannot stay there. I can't.
That'd be nice sometimes.
Sometimes, yes.
Because nice place or things like that, but do the other work that you have to do, that would be a little bit harder to do it. But hey, it's interesting. Okay, let me ask you this. I don't know if this ever happened. Is there any moment where you got a piece and then you look at the piece and say, my gosh, I don't know how to do this. Now what I will do?
Yes.
So then what?
Then it's like, I don't know. It feels to me that it's like when you have a broken bone that you don't know how to put together, where to put the I don't know, the nails, whatever. It takes us some time, but we usually figure it out. Is there places, people that you can talk to help you, or ideas, or yes,
things like that?
Yes. We have. I have another different antique restorers. They are very protective of each other.
Of course.
So they don't like, Yes. So I do a consultation and all. What do you think? What we can do? And we know each other. It's not like there is a lot. Yes, it's a small circle. Yes, we consult.
And I imagine some of them might call you and consulting you guys for.
We are working. Yes.
Advices.
Yes.
I see. That's interesting. It was ever a situation where, let's say, you are fixing something and then, I don't know, someone rob your place or take the piece away or something like that, or no?
Thank God, no. But we have made mistakes, like they gave you 2 chairs and they switched the fabrics. We made a mistake and we switched the fabrics, and we already opened the pieces and it's the wrong fabric in the wrong chair, and we have to redo everything.
Ouch.
Yes, but
Oh, I see. It's like similar to chairs, but the people wanna, okay, I want this with a stripe, this with no stripe. And then suddenly you guys
switch it. my people switch it. Yes.
Then we'll come back and say, hey, listen, oh no, but that one is a stripe, not this one.
Or sometimes it just happened. It was a whole sofa. Mm-hmm. In the case, we're responsible for that, and that's it. We have to buy it again. Yeah.
But that is interesting when you think about it, right? So many delicate pieces in the fabric. I remember going to your place and you have a whole bunch, 200 pieces of fabric is over there. And it happens that maybe a fabric that you have there, you might use for another piece, or generally not?
No, usually it's the piece with the fabric that the client wants, and whatever is left over, it belongs to them.
I see.
We don't keep too many sellers. No.
So those pieces that I saw, that were just small pieces.
Yeah, they're small pieces.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. Yeah. Does that happen often when clients, let's say, something happened, then you fix it, then when they receive it, let's say they sell to someone and that person say, oh, I didn't like this, and come back and they will want a different...
They redo it again, yes.
Really?
Yes, they redo it again. They made a mistake, they don't like the way it looks, and they have to redo it again.
Let's say the new owner now wants to, but I want a green.
I want a green now, so we have to redo it. And usually they look for us because we did it before, so we know the piece. We know the piece already is easy for us, so people change their mind. They change their owner.
I mean, in a sense, good for you, right? Because they change their mind. But it's interesting to see. Okay, tell us something funny.
Okay. Sometimes the concepts that we have in our modern life is totally different than 300 or 400 years ago. So I think I mentioned to you some point that I went to a museum in Germany, and of course to admire and see how things were at that time. And they took us to a beautiful room where there was a lot of furniture, and they say this is the bathroom. And there was no water, and it was nothing in there to take a bath. Only little basins to wash your hand, your face, and your feet. Which I thought it was very funny, because for us, a bathroom is to take a shower.
And a lot of water.
There was no water.
Say through.
Yes, there was no water. There was nothing. There was a lot of
just a little bath.
Just a little basin like this. So you wash but it was beautiful though. It was beautiful. And sofas and chairs.
How did they wash? I'm assuming they were changing the water, huh?
I assume too. I thought so too.
But then what?
That's it. I don't think they took a shower the same way we do now.
That is the truth.
I don't think they did.
It's just like those movies that they take the bath and then the next person come and take on the same water and then the next one.
I'm afraid so. But I do not want to get into that because I don't want to offend anybody.
Okay, I remember you mentioned that to me. Yes, that's interesting. Imagine the last one. Maybe the family has the father, the mother, 10 kids. And that was a dirty water for him to confront or to clean himself.
Yes, that's a funny story.
Yeah, I went to England and there was, I don't know, in one castle that I was looking, and they have just, the bathroom was also no water, no nothing.
It is, I see it this way, it's a different concept of living, and it's a different, like the horsehair situation. Nobody uses horsehair anymore. My heart breaks to think about putting horsehair and someone killing a horse. Before it was normal. There were plenty of them. So it's just the moment in time.
So I would like to ask you this. Why people would choose Sidott Decor as opposed to go online and get the first one that they see, if they are willing to renovate one of their
Pieces.
If they want to renovate one of their pieces of furniture?
I think they should consider our experience. Sidott Decor has been in business for more than 20 years. Mm-hmm. We have the credentials to give the best service to collectors and people in general who want to reupholster, conserve, and work with antiques. Also with any piece of furniture that they decide to refurbish. And we also have this is something that we still do with our hands. Mm-hmm. So that's a touch that is still available to everybody. It's not a computer that does it. My people do it with their hands, their eyes, their touch.
Artisan.
This is still the artisanship of doing a reupholster piece. And if they want to, they will be very pleased.
That's interesting. When you think about it, the fact that you came here were 7 years old, and then you look at the city, and then later on, after graduating, coming here, how you see yourself in a situation where you accomplish so many, especially in your field, being able to work with so many museums and high-class people with those type of furniture, very expensive, very old, very special. How you see yourself as an immigrant that came here, this journey,
I am grateful for what we have accomplished, and also I'm happy to represent whoever comes here the same way they came a couple 100 years ago, to work very hard and give the best that you can to the opportunity this country gives. It's not easy. It's not that you come and then suddenly you're gonna have everything one day to the next. But every experience, it makes you stronger, which is hard to do in your own country because we're there the same. Over here, your difference makes you more. And the fact that you want to contribute. No, my original language is not English, but I'm doing the best I can, and communication is important, and I'm honoring whatever this country has to offer with my work.
That's awesome. This type of people that come here and they confront some barriers and they surpass those difficulties, and that's what this program is all about. I want to talk to people that pass through some in their journey. They pass so barriers, and they continue every time to break those barriers and continue forward. So thank you very much. You are a big inspiration for us. I will leave on the comments for you guys the hair website and hair information. You guys can take a look in some of the pieces that they did on their website. Shows over there. It's very beautiful. You see like something that is look like garbage, and then after their touch is beautiful and awesome. So once again, Eleana, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure, and it's always good to see you, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Same to you.